to the sociologists, meaning the experts who study society, the sociologists, they say that the human beings, since their history that has been written down, I mean, human beings have been living for millions of years maybe, but the history of human beings being written down is only 5,000 years old, about 5,000 years old. It is only 5,000 years back that first time human beings started to note down something. So from that known history, it is understood that human beings have been living in family concept, which can be basically divided into two categories. One is a joint family concept and the other one is a separate family concept. These are two definitions or categories of social conditions of the human beings since known history or written history of human beings, where human beings or human populations have lived under two categories of societies. One is the joint family and the separate family. We live in a country called India, where 80%, about 80% of the population belongs to a particular religion known as Hinduism. And in Hinduism, the concept of joint family is a very strong concept. It is more a religious concept than a national or a cultural or a geographical concept. In Hindus, they consider that any person who has children, who has male children, all these male children with their immediate families, that is their wives and their children, they all shall live under one roof. Now this is a strong Hindu religious ideology, and you shall mind and I shall mind that as Muslims, we cannot afford a joint family in the name of Islam. It has nothing to do with Islam. The way we live today, it is under the influence of our geographical and regional cultural values that we have adopted from the Hindu brothers and sisters living in India, and because we have been living with them for a very long time, so this joint family concept, they have a very strong concept that every person, every man, every male who earns in their family, they will share their entire amount, and the head of the family, if suppose there are 4 sons and the father is living, all the 4 sons, whatever they earn, they will collect it together and give it to the father, and the father will distribute all the necessities of the household, and all of them will live together, and the children of all these brothers will live together under one roof. So that is one of the reasons, because they live under one roof, they call themselves as brothers and sisters. Therefore in Hinduism you will find that marrying the first cousin is forbidden. Like in Islam, you marry first cousin, Khaleri Bahan, Puperi Bahan, meaning the daughter of your aunt, the daughter of your uncle you marry, or the daughter of your, the son of your brother, the son of your uncle you marry. So in that scenario, back there in Hinduism, they consider the marriage with the first cousins as forbidden because they are taken as brothers and sisters there. Islam doesn't take it that way. The other concept the sociologists explain is the separate family system. What is a separate family system? They say it's a nuclear system where husband, wife and the children, they form one family. But these people generally tend to become selfish and cut off their ties with their kith and kin. With their near relatives, they cut off the ties, and their focus is only my wife, my children, my wife, my children. Whatever I earn, I am earning hard, and this I am earning only for my wife and my children. So these two concepts existed till Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came, and he gave a moderate path. He gave a middle path, and this middle path can be termed as an Islamic family. Now what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through his concept gave is, Islam too agrees that a family is only of a husband and wife with the children. Under one roof, only the husband, the wife and the children shall live, and they form the family in Islam. When you go to the Arab countries where Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba came, since the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and before that, the concept of family there was husband, wife with the children. There was no concept of father-in-law, mother-in-law, and then sister-in-law, brother-in-law, brother, sister, cousins living together under one roof. Absolutely, this concept doesn't exist in an Islamic family. Islam makes it very clear that hijab is an obligation. When hijab is an obligation, it would mean that your sister, your daughter, my daughter, your mother, my mother, she cannot go in front of a man walking on the road without a hijab, and in the same manner The way she covers herself completely when she is walking out of the house, in front of the non-mahram, in front of a strange man who doesn't belong to her blood relative, exactly in the same manner she has to maintain hijab, even if she is coming in front of her first cousin or in front of her uncle. This is an obligation in Islam. Surah Ahzab, surah number 33, ayat number 59, Allah made it very clear, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya ayyuhan nabi, Qulli azwajika, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say to your wives, wa banatika, and to your daughters, wa nisa'il mu'minin, and to the Muslim women, that they shall cover themselves from the head to the toe, and they shall, so that they are recognized as modest women. Meaning the command of hijab made it very clear that Muslim woman, your mother, my mother, our sisters, they will maintain hijab exactly in front of the first cousins. There is no intermingling in Islam with the opposite sex, even if they are first cousins. Khalera bhai, Phupera bhai, Mumera bhai, Khalu, mere auntie ke husband hai uno. Auntie ka husband is haram for you. You cannot come in front of them exactly the same way you cannot go in front of a strange man outside on the road. You have to maintain that hijab. Keeping this condition of hijab, Islamic family includes a husband and a wife living under one roof with the children, but Islam doesn't promote selfish attitude. Therefore, if you people have observed, when you go to Jummah khutbah, on every Jummah, in every masjid, you go to the masjid of any Jamaat, irrespective they are Barelvis, Deobandis, Ahle Hadith, Tablighi, Jamaat Islami, in every masjid the Khatib recites an ayat from Surah Nahl, Surah number 16, ayat number 90, after which you stand up for making Jummah Salah. Every masjid. And what is the ayat? Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba. Allah commands you justice, adl. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan, and to do favor upon others. Wa ita'i zil qurba, and commands you to be charitable towards the closest of your relatives who are in need of it. Meaning, if I live with my family, with my wife and my children, and Allah bestows upon me more than what Allah bestowed upon my brother, upon my sister, and I find that they are in need, Allah commanded me that charity begins at home. You shall not share it with them, because this is ibadat in Islam. So how to take care of your family? First circle of your family members, the second circle of your family members, through charity, sadaqat. Then in zakat, which is an obligation upon the rich people who have about 87 grams of gold or an equivalent value that they have hoarded for 1 lunar year, it becomes compulsory that they shall from that value give 2.5% as zakat. And again in preference to give the people, whom shall we give zakat? Surah Tawbah, Surah number 9, ayat number 60. When you read Surah Tawbah, Surah number 9, ayat number 60, Allah gives 8 category of those people to whom zakat shall be paid. And among them are your needy relatives, mashallah. So Islam balanced a policy wherein Islam said, to maintain hijab, you will live with your wife and your children, and not to become selfish, from your earnings, you will share your earning with those amongst your family who are needy and who need support economically from you. So this is how Islam has promoted a concept of